Dr. Mucci, President Fiac, Board of Trustees, you interact with me a lot, so I can understand how sometimes it can be easy to forget that I'm one spokesperson for a union of over 500 educators in our community. So here's your reminder. Some of you have seen many negotiation cycles, and what becomes familiar threatens to become mundane. And a level of cynicism can creep in about how real this is. For some of you, this is new, and what is new can seem like a trick or an overreaction. I'm speaking here to help reframe what is going on. I've had conversations with all of you, and the best parts of those conversations have been when we discovered that we share a lot of the same priorities. We want to prioritize equity in our schools. We want to do right by our students. We care about this community. We are here this evening because we are advocating for those priorities. You're going to hear more details from my fellow educators, and I'm asking this board to weigh those words heavily. In every conversation we've had, you've expressed your belief that compromise is necessary, and we don't disagree. If you ask anybody in this union whether what we have proposed is the Cadillac version of proposals, they'll all say no, and they'd be right. In the spirit of collaboration, we came in with the compromise. It would take a 14% salary increase for us to be average in Santa Clara County. We are asking for 7. Our proposals on class sizes and caseloads would not exceed the averages in the county. It would finally, after years, just get us there. We came in with the spirit of compromise, and the management team did not have anything on salary and benefits. During an affordability crisis, during a housing crisis, during insurance hikes, nothing prepared. They rejected every single class size and caseload relief proposal which would get our students the learning conditions they need. Management is not compromising with us. And when that happens, you cannot be surprised with our frustration. We have an opportunity to make historic investments in our schools. We have an opportunity to give our educators a livable wage and give our students the conditions in the classroom they need to thrive. So in the spirit of collaboration, in the spirit of compromise, we are asking the board listen to educators. What is discussed abstractly in this space is the day in, day out, lived experiences of our educators and students. Please don't forget that. Please take action. Thank you.
Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Munshi, Board President Fiac, Board Trustees, members of Cabinet, GTA, and Gilroy community members. My name is Haley Saldana, and I serve as the lead negotiator for Gilroy Teachers Association. In December 2025, GTA brought proposals to management with the goals of building effective classroom communities, ensuring supports for our most vulnerable students, and making sure Gilroy educators are making a livable wage. Effective classroom communities are classrooms where educators can meet the needs of all students. We currently have an MOU in grades 1 through 3 ensuring that class sizes are following the 24:1 ratio as prescribed by the law. When that MOU expires, our class sizes will inflate to among the highest in the county. In grades 4 through 5, we brought a proposal that will ensure our class sizes are comparable with county averages. In middle to high school, nearly all districts in our county have a per period cap for class size. GTA also brought a proposal to ensure that Ed Code caseloads were enshrined in our CBA for our RSP educators. That Ed Code law states that an RSP educator should have a caseload of 28 students. We are asking for equity and for the protections afforded by the law. Our Gilroy students deserve the best, but right now they do not even have average. We brought proposals to bring a livable wage to our educators and move educators' salaries in Gilroy closer to the county average. It would take a 14% increase to bring our salaries to average. With our current salary, some of our educators qualify for low-income housing. This is not a livable wage, and this is nowhere near average. In Santa Clara County, nearly 2/3 of districts have salary settlements for this year. We do not even have a salary proposal from management. Right now, Gilroy is at the top for class sizes, but at the bottom for salaries. I'm here tonight to urge the board to direct management to build a strong Gilroy unified community where we strive to meet the needs of all students with effective class sizes, supports for our most vulnerable students, and salaries that will allow our educators to afford to be a part of this community. Thank you.
Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Munshi, Board President FIAC, Board of Trustees, members of Cabinet, GTA, and Gilroy community members. My name is Alex Taves. I'm a 5th grade teacher at Luigi Aprea and spend my ample free time serving on the negotiations team of the Gilroy Teachers Association. Class size is critical at all grade levels, from our youngest students to our seniors in high school. We have brought proposals to management that will support effective class sizes for all Gilroy students. When teachers have effective class size, they can differentiate for students' vast needs. They can build relationships, intervene early and often, and offer supports that our students need to grow. In grades 1 through 3, when our MOU expires, elementary class sizes will increase up to 28 plus students in a classroom. When students are just learning to read and write, these large class sizes will not support students. In grades 4 through 5, we have proposed a class size of 30 to 1, which is average for our county. We are currently above average in class size for 4th and 5th graders. This is a critical grade span for students who are preparing for middle school. As educators, we want to be able to intervene and provide supports for our 4th and 5th graders before they leave elementary. GUSD is one of 5 districts without per class period protections at the secondary level. Out of 32 districts, 27 districts have per period student contact language for middle school, high school, and continuation high schools. GTA is fighting to achieve comparable learning conditions for our students. We are urging the board to support our proposals around class size. If we are above average, we certainly do not want it to be for class size. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Riley McBride, and I am here to speak with you all tonight about the topic of a livable wage. In the board's recent comments regarding bringing new jobs to our area with new businesses during last week's joint city and district meeting, we heard you say that people cannot stay in Gilroy without a job that pays a livable wage. We are asking you to support us in directing management to improve salaries so that our educators can live where they work. Currently, our salary ranks in the bottom for Santa Clara County. Our educators cannot afford to live in the community they serve. Couple this with rising healthcare costs that hit our members in January, and this essentially amounts to our members taking a pay cut. When our newer educators come to Gilroy and earn a starting salary in GUSD, this is not a livable wage. Most apartments and homes for rent in Gilroy require 2.5 to 3 times the rent in income to qualify to move in. Many of our members, especially our newer educators, are unable to afford this and cannot meet the income qualifications to rent an apartment or house. Some members do, however, meet the qualifications for low-income housing. Looking at Alexander Station Apartments in Gilroy, a single parent or single income family of 3 would qualify at 50% of the average median income from Santa Clara County, or $90,450. How long would you need to work as an educator in Gilroy to reach that income or exceed it? Well, if you have a bachelor's degree and an additional 75 units of education, that would be 6 years. If you haven't reached the final column, however, on our salary schedule, that could be anywhere between 7 years or more. Our members cannot wait 7 years to make a livable wage, nor should they have to. Our members need to be able to afford housing, health care, and the basic necessities they need today so they can continue to serve our students now. You made a request of the City of Gilroy to stay in communication with you in regards to livable wage jobs for our students, which we fully support. We are requesting, however, that you also make it a priority for your employees. Thank you.
My name is Janet Lee. I'm a science teacher at Gilroy High School, and I'm speaking as an individual. I've worked in Gilroy for my entire teaching career in the same classroom at the same site, where I teach anatomy, biology, biotech, and sometimes using physics. As a scientist, I love data. I like spreadsheets even more. Through my work with the negotiations team, I've done a lot of research, and every management proposal puts GUSD going backwards. From cutting prep time in elementary to being in the top half, to being tied to third last, and class size proposals that would make our class sizes some of the largest in the county from elementary to SDC. As my colleagues have told you, we also have some of the lowest pay. We do not deserve the largest classes with the lowest pay, and our students do not either. Our students deserve educators who are treated fairly and respected for the work they do. How does anyone expect our educators to do more when being given less? GTA's proposals are based on member needs and supporting students. Management's proposals are based in the need to avoid grievances and squeeze more out of its employees. This past year, Keenan training was nearly 7 hours. Management's pros members do that in their available work time. What available work time? Would you work an extra 7 hours just because? Members of this board have said the director of HR does a lot of work, resulting in a pay raise. Our SROs do a lot of work. But what about our educators? Our educators do a lot of work, unseen and unthanked work. Using the information from a recent restorative practice training, here are some effective statements. I feel disrespected by management's proposals. I feel disappointed that here we are again, fighting for our students and fighting for educators to stay in Gilroy. Do we have the trust to move forward? Don't insult us with proposals based on underestimated revenue and overestimated expenditures and telling us the sky is falling when the ZERB is 2.5 times what board policy says and nearly 8 times what the state minimum requirement is. The time is now to invest in our students, our educators, and our community. Gilroy Unified is the largest employer in Gilroy, and GTA is the largest union. GTA stands amongst others in CTA and the NEA. UESF, UTLA, the United Teachers of Richmond, San Diego Educators Association, SoCal Educators Association, Oak Grove Educators Association, all of us are fighting for a livable wage and effective learning conditions for our students. If the largest employer in Gilroy cannot provide a livable wage for its workers, the workers must demand it. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Board President Fayek, Vice President Nelson, trustees, and Dr. Munchie. I come to this meeting as a teacher who has proudly dedicated 14 years to this district, its students, and its community. I am also a parent of 2 GUSD students and a Gilroy resident. Our primary responsibility as educators has always been to provide meaningful and effective instruction to our children. This becomes increasingly difficult as class sizes grow. As an example of why this is a concern, at GECA, we are planning for 2 sections of juniors next year. With 76 students, this means our junior classes are projected to be 38 students each. Compounding this issue is the fact our current contract caps average class size, not individual class size. This means we could potentially have one class of 44 students and another of 32, which is a scenario that has happened before. Our GUSD courses rely on discussion, close reading, writing, feedback, and individual academic support to ensure adequate rigor in learning. A class of 38 students is already unsustainable. A class of 44 makes it nearly impossible to deliver the rigor and responsiveness necessary for adequate student learning. If students are below grade level or struggle with the material, a large class means less time for teachers to support them. Further, increased class sizes mean more time devoted to behavior management and therefore less time for important academic activities. When class size determines the quality of instruction a student receives, we are no longer providing equal access to education. We are instead creating uneven learning conditions within the same program. We need to ensure that all students, regardless of which class section they're placed in or what school they attend, receive equitable access to a high-quality education. Thank you.
I thought I was going to be a singleton here, but it sounds like everybody has the same speech going on. I teach at Mount Madonna. I teach English, math, economics, but my subject's science. Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
Anyway, I've been working for Mount Madonna and Gilroy Unified for the past 20 years. I'm here to teach about student learning conditions and class sizes at Mount Madonna. GTA has proposed limiting our class sizes to 20 students per class. We believe the smaller classes will foster achievement in creating more personal and supportive environments, fostering stronger teacher-student relationships and increasing engagement. Smaller class sizes obviously contribute to a safer and more positive school climate. We know this is probably a priority to everybody. This year, we've had multiple violent incidences on our campus that have highlighted the challenges of our students. We hope that the smaller class sizes that we propose will help support those students and what they need. GTA's proposal isn't unique, and it's long overdue compared to other school districts in our area. Cap sizes for other continuation schools. For at-risk youth at Gilroy, providing the same opportunity is critical. The district has so far rejected class sizes of smaller students at Mount Madonna, but we believe the board shares our commitment and student success and campus safety. Thank you.